Hello everybody, welcome back to Fox's Best Laid Plans, the planner channel that is going to be leaving in like 12 hours. And no, she hasn't packed yet, no. I knew you were wondering, I know you were like, did you pack? But I didn't. But you know what I did? I did my 20-mile long run, so we got some things done. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Fox. I do planner things, I do travel things, I do ADHD things because that's just kind of how things always happen. It's all under the lens of like, this is my life with ADHD. Hello, welcome. It's been kind of crazy. Has it ever not crazy? I mean, sometimes it's not crazy, but it's been very crazy. I talked about it on my vlog, which will come out later this week, but there was like an incident that was on the news yesterday in our neighborhood, a couple streets away, involving a neighbor of ours, and the news was back today and trying to interview other neighbors and find out where this neighbor who was in the incident lives. That is not my business to tell to the news. It's not like it was like a cop that was like, hey, we want to make sure they're okay. We have an update on the other person in this incident. No, it was the news just being nebby. And I'm a nebby person. And like, I know the code of nebbiness is that like, there's some things you just don't neb into, like into people's business. Like if you could neb about it on the side without them knowing, but you don't neb directly at them. Anyway, as my work husband said in response to me telling him what happened, snitches get stitches. And I was like, you are correct. And so that is why if you were involved in something that was on the news and you don't want to talk to the news after the day that it happened, I got you. I will not rat you out. I will not tell them which house is yours. They are still sitting outside of our house right now. They are parked in front of my house. Even though we were not involved in this, I was at work. Husband was getting his haircut. It was on the news. Okay, that's enough. Let's plan. So this was last week's plan. I used this really cute kit from that Coconut Girl Studios. Everything she puts out, I just love it. And it was tropical, getting me excited for summer because really, technically, it's kind of summer because we're going on vacation tomorrow. Hence the why I should be packing. So this is gonna be it's gonna be like a 28-minute plan with me. But it's gonna be not super detailed. It's just gonna be putting down the basics because we're gonna do 2 weeks. So first we're gonna start with the week of Monday, May 13th through Sunday, May 19th. Today is Wednesday, the 15th. The last 2 days have just been, I got stuck late at work yesterday, then all this stuff happened with the neighbor and the news. I don't know what happened Monday. My head is spinning. Oh, we found out we had a visit coming at work. We had a visit yesterday, so Monday we were like chaotic planning for it. So I was gonna film this on Monday, and then here we are on Wednesday afternoon at 3:30 when I'm supposed to be packing because I have to leave the house in an hour to go to my lash appointment. I am tired. I am exhausting myself right now. Okay, so this is the first week, and then the second week is Monday, May 20th through Sunday, May 26th. So we are leaving for our trip tomorrow, and we will be flying home on the 26th. So I'm gonna do both kits today and bring my planner with me. I got a new carry-on it's a rolly bag because I've been using this bag from husband's company that they gave as like a promo gift, and you have to carry it. And I was like, why am I doing this? I could get something that's the same size that's a rolly bag. So I used my Kohl's cash. And that's what I did with it. Okay, so we got 2 weeks here, all right? So we're going to Central Coast. We'll talk about that. It is gonna be kind of like a quick overview of everything, in part because a lot of the plans that we make on the fly. So I have some things that we know we're doing, and most things we will come up with as we go along. So we're gonna do, I didn't know how to space it out. You'll see when I talk about where we're going each week, why I was like, I didn't know what kind of kit to use. So what I ended up doing, I did this is from Pansy's Prints. This is, I think it's called Rosewood Winery. I want to go have wine with this chick. Like, I don't normally like people stickers, but she looks like, I don't know. I feel like she was nebby and she had some like nebby stories to tell me, and we're going to have some wine, and then I'm going to find out all kinds of hot goss. Like, I don't know, there's something about her. I think this sticker is gorgeous, and I feel like we would be best friends. So I might use this sticker. I'm going to definitely use this sticker, even though I typically don't use people stickers in my planner. Then we have this other kit from Cinderella Paper, which I have not used before. I think she must be a new kit, a new shop. And so I used this because we're going to be going to Sequoia National Park next week. So we're going to start with the wine kit, my new Hot Goss BFF, and then we'll do the following week will be, look at, I mean, I'm doing my best here. Okay, what do we want to do on the top versus the bottom? Let's do this on the top and this on the bottom. Okay. So I've been trying I was trying so hard to like get ahead of things, and like the house is in good shape. At least I did most of the cleaning. You know, let me know, are you one of the people that you have to clean before you leave, or are you a person that's just like, oh, I'll just come back to the chaos and it's fine? I am a you have to clean before you leave kind of person. So I did the bedding. I have to finish putting the comforter on the, well, I have to finish putting the comforter on the bed, but otherwise we did the bedding. We're doing the last little laundry right now. But I deep cleaned the bathroom. I cleaned the patio last week, as you probably saw already. This is so pretty, this kit. Pansy's Prints. I've never gotten something from that shop that I didn't love. And like, she just puts out new stuff constantly, and it's really nice. So yeah, Monday and Tuesday I worked, but it was also just like, Sunday I had a run after work, but it was only 6 miles because my long run was today. This is what kind of happens. So if you are new here, I work 7 on 7 off, and our switch day is Wednesday. So we go, either Wednesday is your first day off or Wednesday is your first day of work. So today was my first day off. I worked the last 7 days. And like the thing that sucks about being a distance runner and doing that is that you have to fit your long runs in on work days. And what I end up doing is I try to work cutback weeks into my work schedule. And then I end up only doing like no more than like 13 miles usually on a work week. But for, straighten it. Yeah. When for long runs, like today was my last long run, it was 20 miles. That I have to, what I've done the last 3 marathons that I've trained for with this training cycle, I have done my long run on Wednesday. So I work, Wednesday to Tuesday, and then Wednesday off, the first day off is when I do my 20 miler, which works out for me. It's like, you start your taper a little bit late, but it's fine. It's not my first rodeo or my second rodeo or any number of nearby rodeos. This will be my 6th marathon plus 2 ultra marathons. So, plus countless number of half marathons. I've done quite a few of those. Oh no, I just put that on like so crooked. I feel like my hands are like, I put it on crooked I tried to adjust it and I made it crooked in the other direction. Oh my God. Okay. So yeah, so like every night I was like, okay, I'm gonna do so much stuff when I get home from work, and then there was something that got in the way. I had a great trail run on Sunday, and I was like listening to music, and I was like thinking about, I like got an idea for what I'm gonna write in November, and I like wrote it in my little Notion so I don't forget. And then I was feeling so good, and I like came up with what my race mantra is gonna be for Fargo, because I always do song lyrics for my race mantra. If you're not a runner, something that a lot of us do is you pick a mantra. So like my former coach and also one of my good friends, they love that. She believed she could, so she did. That's a big one. Things like that. I always use song lyrics, and I like change it to what the race is. So for example, when I did Heiner last year, Heiner's very hilly. So my race mantra was Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush. One of my favorite songs of all time. And so I will write it like on my forearm here, and then I can see it anytime you start to, the point of doing this and having it here, and my friend actually does these like temporary tattoos called race tats now, so she sent me something. I just got it in the mail, I haven't opened it yet. But that's what she'll do, and then she'll put that there. And that's the point, is like when you start to flag during the race, you look at that and that motivates you. You're like, yeah, this is my mantra. So my half marathon PR was Buffalo Creek in 2019. 2019 was my fastest year. It was my fastest mile, my first marathon, then my marathon PR, and then my half marathon PR, well, in reverse order, half marathon PR, then marathon PR, and my first 50K. And then the world knew I was unstoppable at that point, and so they brought a global pandemic to put me in my place. And then it's all been downhill from there. So anyway, so that was one of them. My half marathon PR race was Buffalo Creek, and my race mantra for that was no day but today, like the line from Rent. What did I do for my fall marathon actually? So I ran the Charlotte Marathon this past November. So my race mantra was lyrics from the song Charlotte Sometimes by The Cure. So anyway, I'm running Fargo in 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. And my race mantra that came to me on this amazing trail run that I had on Sunday when I was feeling all right with the world and good about everything is, if you watched Eurovision, Croatia got robbed. Croatia should have won it all. Don't get me started. And I love their song, Rim Tim Tuggy Dim, and I've chosen lyrics from that to be my race mantra for Fargo. So the lyrics are, don't cry, just dance, and then there's no turning back. That's my race mantra for Fargo. Spoiler alert, that's my race mantra. Okay, we're gonna do wine tasting on Friday. So she's coming on Friday. I don't know why I think very compelled that we would be best friends. This kid is beautiful. It really is. So let's do the wine cellars for the next day because we'll be also wine tasting on Saturday. So we fly out tomorrow morning. Our flight leaves at 6 a.m. FML. Like, that's so early. Normally we get to the airport like 5 or 6, but I feel like we have to leave earlier than that. If I was packed and ready to go, it'd be like whatever. But which one do I use? These stickers are just gorgeous. Like, they're just so pretty. I'll put this here for Sunday. Okay. So we fly out tomorrow, and then we are staying at the Madonna Inn, which is like my favorite place to stay. They have 163, I think it's 163 unique rooms. So we're trying to stay in a different one every time. So I think we're staying in the short and tall room, which I was like, that's funny because the husband is short and I am tall. So that's perfect. I can't remember if I checked my blood pressure yesterday or not, but I better put it in here. There we go. So, and then we were doing a sunset cruise, which I think will be fun. Now I'm debating, do I want to put things in here actually, or do I want to wait and see if I can put my work days in here? Stuff that has happened already. And then my long run. I just am looking at the time and going like, I know I need to pack. But won't this be exciting? You'll be like, oh my goodness, what things is she gonna do? You'll be like, man, she's got such a cute kid. I can't wait to see it, right? That's what's gonna happen. So we go to Central Coast in California, which is about 3 hours north of Los Angeles. Well, that's Avila Beach in San Luis Obispo County. And I was actually at work late yesterday. 9 to 7:30. And then we'll go to Solvang. So we're actually flying into Santa Barbara this time because I wanted to fly Southwest. I was just like, I can't deal with American right now. I just can't. So we're flying into Santa Barbara, and then we are going to drive up to San Luis Obispo, stay at the Madonna Inn. We're going to a Morro Bay Sunset Tiki Cruise. I think it's tiki, it's cocktails. So we're gonna go to that, and then we're gonna have dinner at the Gold Rush Inn, which is like, I don't know, I just love it. It's so pink. Everything is so pink. It's not Madonna like Madonna the singer. It's Alex Madonna, who was like, I don't know, a rancher or a cowboy or something in California, whatever. But the property is beautiful. The rooms are so like interesting and unique, and some of them are very weird. And the Gold Rush Inn, the food is excellent. They bring you a relish plate. They always have live music, and then there's like, you know, little older people who go dancing. It's just a fun vibe. And but it's very pink. Everything is like this color pink or brighter. And it's just kind of like campy, I guess would be the word for it, but I love it. So we're gonna do that for dinner, and then we're staying there Thursday night. And then Friday, I'm not filling anything in because I am trying to just get through this, have it down. Friday, we're driving up to Paso Robles, so we'll be staying in Paso Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday night, one of the wineries that we're members of, Castoro Cellars, is doing a member night. Sunday, one of the other wineries that we're members of, Ventu, they have live music in their back patio and yard area. So I think we're going to go there and I'm going to try to write a little bit. And then, Friday morning, this is the most important part. Friday morning, I'll put this in. Friday morning, I always do a trail run. We'll see how my legs hold up. My legs are okay from the run. It's just I have, it was so hot and sweaty. My cell phone was like rubbing in my shorts where the pocket is. And I have this chafing like this big. It's horrible. So we're going to do Cerro San Luis, which is the volcanic plug right outside the Madonna Inn. Trail run. And then after that, time to enjoy the Madonna Inn's amazing pool. I'm like looking forward to this. It was just like one of the best days of my entire life. Like, you know, you have that list of like, man, this was such a good day. Last year when we stayed at the Madonna Inn, I got up, I had a little bit longer run because I was training for, I must have been in Tabor. I don't remember. I was training for Whitefish. And I got up, did my trail run. That was famously the time that I got stopped by a cow. And then there were two other girls who were out running and they were like, you'll figure it out. You'll move the cow. And I was like, you know, just because I'm the druid doesn't mean I know how to move the cow. I eventually got the cow to move. So like, I guess they were right. But it was a little scary because the cows are big and they just, so there's a trail that goes like from the Madonna Inn, there's like a pathway and then it connects to the Cerro San Luis trailhead and you go up this windy, like dirt, very steep trail. And then you go to the left, you go up onto the mountain and you can go to the top of the mountain, which is what I'll do. And then when you come back down, you can go to the right and then you can go around the circle around the base of the mountain, or you can go this like back road that goes into the neighborhoods and into town of downtown Slow. I do a little bit of everything depending on how many miles I have. So there's the bottom part, there's a gate when you get up to the top, but underneath that, it's like free range cows. And sometimes they're not there and you don't see them, but depending on the time of day and the sassiness of the cow, sometimes the cows will just like block you and they share the trail with you basically. And so that is what happened. Here's a picture of the cow. And the cow like got itself into this situation and just stood there and mooed at me. And I was like, I don't know, my friend, like you put yourself there. And it was like, meow. And I was like, okay, I get it. You have to move. One of us has to move. And I can't go through until you go past. So you just go past me. I'm going to walk over. It was just the whole thing. I thought I was going to end up on Torons of Yellowstone. And I was grateful that I didn't. But I also was just like, why are these two strangers I've never met before putting me in charge of the cow moving? But if you know me, you know. I was of course going to be the person put in charge of the cow moving. That's just my life. So we're going to do that. And then after, okay, so I did the run. I forgot to bring nutrition. I don't know, that's like a theme in my life. So I like called in a DoorDash pickup order to 7-Eleven, stopped at the 7-Eleven and ate a Lunchable and a Gatorade, ran back to the place, changed into my bathing suit, went and sat at the hot tub at the Madonna Inn. It's this beautiful pool and there's a waterfall in the hot tub and they bring you drinks right to the pool or hot tub. So they brought me this spicy margarita and it was like so refreshing. It was hot. I'd been running. I was relaxing. I was just like, oh, this is the best moment of my life. Like, man. And husband was like, that was the best day of your life. I was like, today was so the best. And he's like, what about our wedding day? And I was like, did you bring me a spicy margarita while I was sitting in the pool? And he was like, I did not. And I was like, okay, just gonna put that out there. So anyway, so after we have checkout at 12, so I have all that time to like do that. So I'm gonna do the same, but a shorter run this year. And then sit in the pool. And then we get to drive up to Paso. We're gonna do the stuff Friday night. Saturday's wide open. I have a hike planned that I wanna do. I'm gonna go to Erin Hill probably for lunch this day. Sunday I wanna do the thing at Ventu. And then let's move on to the next week. All right, got 7 minutes. Can we do it? Okay, what washies do we have? We got this little nature one. Let me get this one. I'll use a nature one at the bottom because it'll show up better. So that's our first week. So then the second week, it's not 2 weeks, it's 10 days, but it's, you know, split up because we're leaving on a Thursday, which is also like hard for me to wrap my mind around because whoa. Oh, that's wonderful. I'm getting updates. My new partner started at work today, and my tech, who I simply adore, was like, oh, I hope we like her. And I was like, I met her in person and I really liked her. We only talked for a little while. She just texted me and she's like, you were right, I love her. And I was like, yay! So I'm happy. What a relief. Oh, it's been a rough time. My partner Liza, we've been partners for 5 years at work, and she got a work from home position and she left, and I was like, Jen and I were devastated. Maybe those aren't supposed to go together. I don't know. Whatever. We got little woodland creatures here. But, oh, I'm so relieved that they are having a good day. Woohoo! Fate works in strange ways. It was a very exciting and crazy story how I ended up finding this new partner. And I feel like the ancestors were watching over me because I was praying to the ancestors every day. So anyway, so Monday morning we depart for Sequoia National Forest, hopefully National Park, because I say hopefully because this is our third time attempting to go. So the first year that we attempted was the fall of 2021, which was, we usually go in the spring, and we did go in the spring, but my dad died in August. And so we decided to do a second trip, a griefcation, and go back out. So we went out twice to California in 2021. Twice? Yeah, and then I went back in a couple months later in January 2022. Okay, to a different part of California. We used to live in California, let me tell you that. That's how we found Central Coast. So we lived in the valley, in San Fernando Valley in Burbank, in Los Angeles. And the year that we lived out there, we got married. Oh no. Oh, fart. Oh my God. Why is this? This is a sturdy operation. I thought this was a Simply Gilded. I guess it's not. Let's get the scissors out. So we lived in Burbank. The year that we lived out there, we got married. And so we had flown back to get our marriage license. We had flown back to see my dad. And we had flown back for the actual wedding. And so we couldn't afford to fly home again because I'm going to just use these date stickers here for this, because we had done all these little mini trips. So over Christmas, we couldn't afford to fly home and we missed our family. And there was a pharmacist, of all things, from Pittsburgh. She had gone to school in Pittsburgh. They were living out there because her husband was going to Cal Poly, and she was on maternity leave, and they had no one to work her store over. I don't think I got blue pens out. Well, you know what? I'm not writing anything. I'm just putting the stickers down. We're fine. They had nobody to work the store over Christmas, and they were like desperate. So they were like, we'll pay you. Like I had to work at my store until 3, I think, and then drive up. They're like, we'll pay you drive time. We'll pay you mileage. We'll put you up in a hotel, and you can stay an extra night after your shift is done. So then we had like that night and the morning to like enjoy the area. So I was like, sure. So we tried it. It was up in Central Coast in San Luis Obispo. And we were like, dude, we love it here. Like, and the funny thing is, when I had decided to go to California with husband, so he has a master's in screenwriting. That's how we ended up in California. And we both graduated from grad school at the same time. And I had thought I was going back to Boston. I had lived in Cambridge when I was in college for a little while. And I thought I was going to go back to New England. And then I met husband, and he was like, well, how do you feel about going to the other coast? Would you go to LA? Once we kind of got serious. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do whatever. I'm like, I have a pharmacist license and I work for a company that is nationwide, so I can go pretty much anywhere. So let's try it, sure. So we went out to Los Angeles, and we did not love where we lived. Like the valley was just, it was too expensive, and LA is just tough. Like, I don't know. It's so crowded. It takes forever to get anywhere. You can't really walk places. It's too hot. And this is someone who loves the desert. Like, I love Joshua Tree. I love like Palm Springs. Like, and those aren't too hot. They're different. LA is like washed out hot. I couldn't do it. Like, people would say, didn't you love the weather? And I'd be like, no, I didn't, because you know what? It was like so brightly sunny, plus the smog, that it just looked like it was overcast. but not like in a cool way with like spooky clouds like we get here in Pittsburgh. So it was not for us. But when I had said I was going to move out there, they actually asked me if I would go to Santa Barbara County because they really needed help in 2 places. One being Antelope Valley, which is like inland desert, like slightly north of Los Angeles. It's by Magic Mountain, Six Flags or whatever, which gives me the creeps. When we would drive past it on our way up to the coast, I was just like, I don't know, when we would go up to San Francisco, we would drive past it and I was like, this is scary. I don't know why. But anyway, that was the one option, was like Antelope Valley, which is funny because my high school mascot was antelope, so like I felt like compelled that we should go there. But that was like inland, that was desert. And the other one was Santa Barbara County. And I was like, it would be like really close to the beach. And husband was like, that's too far. It would have been like at least a 90-minute drive from LA. And he was like, I need to be like within an hour's drive of LA at the most. So I was like, well, that's fine. I'll work in Burbank. How bad could it be? I didn't work in Burbank. I worked in Eagle Rock. And it was not bad, but it was different. It was very different. West Coast pharmacy and East Coast pharmacy are very different things. So anyway, all of this long story to tell you that we ended up loving Central Coast when we went up there. And I just thought it was funny because I was like, man, if I had taken that job offer, because they were hurting for pharmacists, so they were like really trying to recruit people. I was like, if I had taken that, we might have stayed here. We might have really loved it. So it was a different area than we go to. So I don't know the specific area where they were trying to hire. Nonetheless, we made it a year and a half and then we came back. But now we go back every year. So briefly, we've tried 3 times to go to Sequoia. The first year was the Griefcation year. And we went out in September. We arrived on Thursday. And that night there was a thunderstorm in the forest. And oh, these are so, well, once it's all filled in, you won't notice. Like, those were really close together. There was a thunderstorm in the forest. Lightning hit a tree in Sequoia. And the screen one here. There was a wildfire that started. And we thought we were still going to go, because the same thing, we were going to go like on Monday. And then our Airbnb host called us on Sunday morning and she was like, you're going to just be stuck in the house the entire time. She's like, you can't hike. The air quality is just garbage. There's road closures. So we just canceled that. And we ended up going up to Monterey, which was nice. Not what we planned, but it was still nice. And then the following year, we're like, okay, we're going in the spring. It's not gonna be a wildfire. The wildfire season is not hitting. And it snowed. So we went to the Channel Islands instead, which was awesome. Like, oh my God, I love the Channel Islands. So cool. If you're out there in California, definitely check those out. But this year, 3rd time's a charm. So that's Monday and Tuesday, we'll be in Sequoia National Park. Wednesday and Thursday, we'll leave and we'll drive up to Avila Beach. We're gonna stay in Avila Beach 2 nights. And then Friday and Saturday, we will be staying down in Solvang. We're going to a Solvang ghost tour, which I'm very excited about. So we usually finish our trip at Avila Beach. That's our last 2 days, but we decided to fly in and out of Santa Barbara County. So we'll finish down there. I think there's something going on because we couldn't get, the room prices were like super expensive for Friday and Saturday night. So we were like, well, we'll just stay, we'll flip the days. So we'll be on the beach these 2 days, and then these 2 days we'll be down in Solvang. So, and then we'll fly home on Sunday, and then I have to work on Monday, and then I work on Tuesday, and after work on Tuesday, we're leaving for Fargo. So that's why I was like, I gotta get this done. So nothing is filled in here except for my trail run and my 2 work days. But these are my 2 spreads. So I can't wait to show you how they turn out. I am taking my planner with me. I'm taking my notebooks. I'm planning to get a lot of writing done. I'm planning to get a lot of thinking and relaxing. We're gonna get some good wine tasting, excellent hiking, sitting in the pool, having a margarita, living the dream. So I know there's nothing filled in for you to see, but hopefully me talking you through it, you've seen like the image, the picture of what's going to be happening. So I'm really excited. Now I'm gonna go pack. Y'all pray for me that I can pack in the next 40 minutes. I have 40 minutes to pack. So, okay, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you are new here. And as always, my friends, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And I will see you in my next video.